wanna play. These three words, they're the ones that I live by. With bug eyes, there's nothing that he can't find. We all fly, don't give Buckman the stink eye. Do or die, Schmuel Buckman's an old guy. Schmuel rock and roll, Schmuel rock and roll. Go toe to toe with Buckman, he will eat your freaking soul, no doubt. It's Schmuel rock and roll, it's Schmuel rock and roll.
Well, that was about the strangest thing I've ever dealt with in much of the time that I've been doing this. So there's that. And let's see. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right, we're here, and I think you can hear me. Yes, you can, Mr. Blue Sky. Heinrich, thank you so much for that. Oh, there we go. What's going on, fellas? Well, that was fun. Hadn't anticipated it, hadn't planned on going on. And shit just happens. So, there we go. And there's not much, let's see. Let's move this all over. Let's go up here. Let's go there. All right. Sorry about that, kids. Oh, is Joey C14 in my chat? Hi, Joey C14. All right. It is me. It is Schmuel Buckman. Welcome to Tuesday night. I thought that since I was on Husey and since we finished early, I thought, oh shit, I'll just pop on. And unfortunately, my microphone and computer had different ideas. But there we go. And look at this. Joey C14. Joey, we haven't had Joey in the chat in a long time. Let's welcome Joey. Joey's on his way back. Um, Buckman don't want that Catalano smoke. 100% correct there, Doomspayer. 100% correct. Uh, wow. That was a blast. We should have some guests here in a couple of minutes, but we'll see what the deal is with that. And let me just resend the link just for shits and giggles. And da 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 da. I'll dance while we're waiting. And I mean, it could be worse, right? I could be cursing and swearing and doing all sorts of stupid things. Uh, Bobby. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Let us get on with the show. So, boss said he's quitting the DV for a while. He should really be here with us. So, in any event, that's the story. All right. So, I'm assuming that my sound is okay, that you can all hear me. And, yeah, you can. Very cool. Yes, bend the knee, Schmiel. Joey C paved the way. Um, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Um, so just came off Husey. That was kind of interesting. I wasn't planning on doing the show, but Husey did ask, and I felt bad about not doing it. And I didn't want it to go the way it did, but it is the way it is. And by the way, feel free to um, DM about me and whatever I can. I'm happy with that. So there we go. Pretty wild times. I am not really in on this stuff with Scarlet. I don't know. I find the whole thing pretty distasteful. I don't know what I don't know Matt Mead, but we've communicated on Twitter for quite a while, and I had no idea that he always seemed like such a normal guy, and this seems like such an abnormal situation. But I got to tell you, the real truth is that I'm kind of blown away by the behavior. And look, and people claim, yeah, people complaining about people grifting off of this and whatnot. I mean, I don't know, I haven't had Scarlett on, and I haven't asked to have Scarlett on. Not that she would come on, but judging by the fact that she's been on everybody else's stream, I would guess she would go on here. Um, but I just don't feel really, I don't feel positive about it. And I've said from early on that I think she's got serious mental problems, and I don't think that this is the place. This is the place for her. So, but look, if she's gonna stream and she's gonna, she's drawing all that heat. Obviously, guys um, are gonna go for it. I don't understand why they wouldn't, actually. And Metal Gear is old. Scarlet is everywhere. I'm overloaded. I am with you. Um, It seems to me when you ask these questions that are loaded with your opinion, it causes an argument because the person doesn't agree with you. State your opinion and then ask the question. Um, Point out for me what question we were talking about. So there you go. And I, I'm thrilled. Scarlett's opinion of me has no bearing on me one way or the other. Um, so there we go. Uh, Serenity now, Schmuel, you were very rude today on Hughesy's show. You did do a good job adding content. Is that your way of saying you like rude? I didn't think I was rude. Um, so there we go. And I'll put this up here. Dr. Mega G, I think I'm putting you up. Scarlett and Brennan were just discussing you on MLC. Two of uh, the people I care least about in the universe talking about me. Pretty cool, huh? So there we go. Maybe Kevin one day will get some content. He doesn't have to snipe shit all the time. So let me just check and make sure that Bobby got the what do you call it? Oh, there we go. Just checking to make sure he got it, and he did. Good
Hey,
evening, Mr. Levy.
what's up, man? Fucking people hate old people. I noticed. Jesus Christ, you were getting attacked for being old.
Bob, you're frozen. There you go. Now you're unfrozen.
It's got to be your shit. I was watching your pregame shit for 25 minutes.
I
Okay.
I let's see the Aussie guy 83. I know we have different opinions on how a show should be run, but in this instance, I firmly believe checking if your audio is working before you go live is a
Mhm.
waste of potential streaming time. Uh, it is. Well, I have a feeling I just assumed that it would work because I was just on Husey and I would just switch over. But what I'm learning is when I go from StreamYard to EVMux, um, there's a conflict of some sort.
Yeah, it resets. It
And
has to
so,
reset.
and I was like, I turned all the EVMux shit, I'm sorry, StreamYard, it closed all the windows and everything else, then came over and it just wouldn't work. But
Hmm.
whatever we're gonna do.
You
So what's
got
going on, Big Bob?
nothing. Just watched the Hoogly thing. I was laying down watching it, and yeah, everybody gets mad at you. I think it's because you're old. Which I don't think is cool. Being somewhere that close to death and people just fucking, bringing it up all the time, I think it's pretty fucking rude.
I am kind of a dick though too, right? I mean,
Well, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people would look forward to your funeral.
yeah.
I think that would be your biggest audience. I think it's gonna be huge. You know what I mean? I'll be there.
Well, that's my goal, Bob.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get my what do you call it? No one was going to come before us. I'm trying to get it up there now. All right. I've got $2 from Terry Neat. Fire Bob Levy.
What's up, Terry?
So Yeah, I didn't. I honestly, I didn't get to see the whole thing. I wasn't going to go on, and then I was encouraged to,
Hmm.
and so I did. But I can't figure it out, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like I I'd said earlier, I don't know Matt Mead, but we talked through
Hmm.
Twitter and stuff, and I always thought he was like a normal guy, and this thing
Did he
just
hit
seems
you up?
so.
No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding. You see what I did?
yeah.
No, he's a good guy. I know Matt. I've hung out with him. You know, he seems. You know what I mean? It's like, has she had these problems before with other people? Is this like, or whatever? Either way, if you look at it, like how many people has she been in a relationship that hit her or something, or she said that?
Yeah, I look from the first time I saw her, she was obviously, to me anyway, she seemed like she had some screws loose, and I, I don't get it, you
We
know.
all do, but you know.
And even Pat Dixon got pissed off at me because I was
Hold on,
like,
let me get my blankie. Hold on, I got to get my blankie.
Sh-
You see what I
Blanky.
did there? You see?
Yeah, I
See?
got you.
You
I
see, it's
got you.
okay. It's okay. Everybody needs something to make them fucking happy. That's what I'm trying to say here. All right?
Uh huh. I got you.
God
I
damn.
got you. Look at this. D waiver. Pay Bob, Kevin.
Oh, I thought it said pay Kevin Bob. I'm dyslexic, but yeah, no. Yeah, he needs me back. God damn it.
He does, man. He was sniping. He snipes my shit. I mean, the guy's desperate, and
I mean, I catch
I
him Saturdays. Saturdays are pretty good. That's when I'm out, you know?
yeah. And Chris Mack is right. I would venture to guess that a
Mm.
crazy girl has had these types of problems with everyone she has dated.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's hard to say like how good it could be that, you would stay after all this, like what moments were the point that were like I have to have her still, you know that we
but
didn't see.
I know, but also like what would attract? I think the one thing that Kevin Brennan and I would probably agree on is to stay as far away from that chick as humanly possible. Um,
Well, I think she needs to kind of take a break, you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know what if she's on something, but if I was a therapist, which I will be soon, I would definitely go to rehab if I was on like shit like that. I'm thinking pills. You can, I've been on Xanax. I know how you just fucking babble shit.
yeah, it definitely appears that she's got some issues, but I look, I think it goes deeper than that, but that's just me. Like I'm of the belief
What, Matt Stick?
that she's that as young old vibes, they are both mentally cooked. Her for sure, and I said anyway. I said the other day, like I didn't know how a girl like that could consent to a relationship almost because she's so fucking crazy, and uh, and Dixon got mad. He's like, yeah, you can't say that legally, and he's like, oh, retards can get together, and I'm like, exactly.
No, are they allowed to? Truthfully,
Yeah, I think they have what do you call it? Don't don't
they have a retarded dating service. You're saying like you can go
I
on a site and you're telling me this that they can meet each other.
I have a cousin who is one of those change of life babies. Her mom was like in her late 40s when she had her, and
Hmm.
not the brightest light on the tray.
Yeah,
And she got married.
but
Uh,
did she marry another one?
he's not the brightest light on the tree either. Now she didn't have like the Downsy look, but
So it's hard to get hard. He said.
hey, I have no idea. I have no idea. So yeah, and if Scarlett look at Harry Dunn, she called Buckman a creep on MLC earlier.
And she don't even know him, but she heard about him.
She doesn't even know me, so And I'm the only one that hasn't asked her to come on, so I guess that's what makes me creepy. But yeah, I'm uncomfortable with the whole. I got to be honest. I'm uncomfortable with the whole situation.
Yeah.
But claiming that people are grifting off her, I think that's a little disingenuous. Because if she's going to get on shows and she's going to do this, these guys are going to have her on.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I mean, who wouldn't?
No, it, it's entertainment. People look at it as entertainment these days, you know, and everybody loves to watch a train wreck, right?
And she sure provides that, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's
And
a little crazy.
what do you call it? And Matt's reaction has just been wild. Like I don't get it. I feel like if she had just gone on and done what she done and he just left it
Show anything.
alone, he
Yeah.
would have looked much better.
Yeah.
Uh, um, but constantly saying he loves her, and he'd get back with her.
Well, that's what I want to know. How did those special days or times must have been amazing that to go through what he said, like not sleeping and shit over this shit. How is it? How is that worth it in the long run?
She must have some snapping gyro, you know.
You are pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah,
You are.
man, there must be something about. I look, not me, but for Matt. I mean, there must.
Yeah, like KB said, I see it more sad than entertaining. Yeah, it's both, and those are things you can't keep your eye off of. You know, that's especially when you're watching all the shows. You're like, oh, this is just another wing put onto it, basically.
Yeah, and Matt. Oh, I wanted to come on and talk wrestling. You know, that's come on, come on,
Rest.
Matt.
I miss that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was one of his lines. Um, oh my, I so Shades Cal, uh, talking about KB. I don't even know. I'm I'm lost. I didn't want to talk. It's like I really didn't want to talk about it. I really didn't want to go on the show. Um, but I did, and there we are. And uh, Keanu is like the biggest victim in the planet, right?
she hates you. It's fucking great.
You know what it is she hates me because because Gino hates me, and
No,
that's
she
just to
hates
carry
Gino
on.
because she hates you because you're an old man and she's married to an old man. So that makes you, you're the trouble. You're everything. You're
And
everything
I
that's yelling all day.
and I don't have Amex chasing after me for 33 grand. Um, so, but I'll tell you what, the more fucking money I've given Amex, uh, I'd wish I could get 30 grand out of them. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, it's kind of amazing though, isn't it? How like one topic can just consume the Dabbleverse for 4 or 5 days.
Did every show like take over to watching Matt and Scarlett now? Like I'm not sure about everybody, but I
I
see clips.
I would think so. I would think so. But I haven't had a lot of time to watch a lot of stuff, so I'm seeing clips. But it seems what everybody's talking about. And then like Karmic had her on, and they went on forever. Um,
But don't you think like Pat and Felicia said, "Whoo, thank God for these two." We look really normal now. This is like fucking crazy, man. This is crazy shit.
Terry needing how to get home after the show. Um, Terry, Mrs. Buckman has sewn into my coat my address and a phone number, and just as Mr. Policeman, please direct him. Um, but somebody put it up here that I felt how I felt. Young old vibes, right? Scarlett is obviously unwell and needs a psychiatrist, and that's what I think.
It would
Like,
help, you know? It's a perfect time, I would
yeah,
say.
and I look, I catch a lot of shit for, oh, he thinks he's the moral center or some bullshit. I don't, and but I just think with her, it's like this is some sad shit. And you know, Matt says he's old enough to be her father. It's like he's got to be like, how do you? I don't know. How do you do it?
Go to your room and jump out the window.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
It's crazy. Once somebody jumps out the window, you got to be like, maybe this is not going to last long. Like certain signs, little signs like that. See, I'm not an expert on relationships. I've been married 4 times, but I don't think any of them jumped out of a window.
Well, I've been married 3. But that's the deal is you get better with each one, right? You learn.
Yeah, I don't have windows anymore.
I I got a ranch house. But the thing is, she jumped out of the window, but she only climbed out of a window onto a porch, so it's not like,
Oh, so
you
it
know.
was in the kitchen, like?
No, I think it's like there was I don't know if it was a second floor porch or something like that, but that's what she said. But then again, she did say that a fish bit a mole off her back, so God only knows.
A what?
A mole,
No,
MOLE.
you said a fish?
She said a fish bit a mole off her back.
Where was the fish?
I guess it was in the water.
But
Um,
what water was she in? Where was she at? Like,
I I don't know. I was watching Pretty Antisocial today, and Haley said that she was had gone in the water. Something about turtles and robin's eggs, and her dog eating something, and but a fish ate a mole off her back, and then but it was like a bluegill it was so fucking, you know, it's just like she doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
but neither do you. So it's fucking. You should have her on. You guys could you can play with the sound the whole time. She can just babble. It would be the greatest show in the world. I like it.
She doesn't. It's funny, man, because she doesn't stop talking, and it was hilarious watching Karmic try to like get a super chat in,
Oh yeah.
and he was having so much trouble doing it, um, but I felt, it was fun, but part of the reason why I didn't want to go on is because I knew that the Dan thing would, it would devolve into what it devolved into,
Hmm.
and uh, I was trying to avoid that because I didn't want to take away. But Cigarette Jones figured it all out. It was a trouser trout. I, w- I wonder if what do you call it? Oh my God, the dicks bite. She probably has seen enough of them to let us know, right? Uh,
So the fish took a mole like that. Things that most doctors can't take off, right?
well, I don't know. She probably, a doctor can snip them off. I guess this
I don't
fish
think it's that safe all the time, right?
snipped them off. I mean, look, I'm no Dr. Steve, but I would imagine there's different kinds of moles, right? There's the kind you can snip off,
Or
and
the
then the
kind that
kind that are
fish,
going to kill you.
the fish will just get it off.
Fish bait. Do you think she smells like fish?
No, come on. You see how creepy you have to get.
I'm not allowed. I'm not. I just think she's, what do you call it? Right. We can. Charlotte, the most important story is investigating mole eating fish. I agree.
Because that would
You
save
know,
that would be huge money to come up with a place that had all these fish that just take moles off. We can make a
and
fortune.
would they only take your mole off? I mean, is there anything else you might risk?
Only if you got a few more bucks.
So I was look, I I had it wrong. I thought in the beginning I was told that she was just a what do you call it? That basically she was one of these chicks that would get in her car or any passing Buick she'd hop in and do these scenes with. But uh, per Michael Gavin Ali, she has a legit porn history.
And he would know. That fucking guy lives in those places.
He's our expert. He is. What do they say about him? He is the only guy that they know that's ever gotten thrown out of a porn convention, and he's he's funny, man. He's funny. So yeah, I don't know what to. Anyway, I don't know what to make of it all. I just want to stay away from it. But it is interesting how it is causing a rift among Dabbleverse people, right? You're getting Mersh mad at Melton and Melton mad at Karmic, and um, it's all crazy because I guess everybody's got like, oh, they all think everybody thinks they have a better way to handle it or handle her.
It's a hard one because you never know. Like how do you talk? Even Melton couldn't talk. You know.
I, yeah, I think I'd also be terrified that after the show she'd go off herself, and I'd feel responsible. I wouldn't want to do that. But I'm always like, if there's a story, I'm always on the least interesting part. I'm fascinated by Mead and what led him to think that that was going to be a good relationship, and that this has only been going on for 4 months, and look at how much turmoil it's caused.
Well, maybe the best is about to come. You know, you don't want to miss out on that. That's the whole thing. Maybe this was a little bump in the road that you had to get through.
Yeah, if this is your little bump, Bob, the big one's going to be a big one. But it's so way. It's so way. It's so. It's just so. She's just. I don't know. She's nuts. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. And it. I don't. It made. I was disgusted. I was watching this stuff. I said to somebody, I was disgusted by all of it, and I'm disgusted, but yet at the same time, I'm watching it.
Well, I mean, when it's clipped in the morning, it's nice. They do a good job with that stuff, and you don't have to watch the whole show. You might have to watch 15, 25 minutes, and that's good.
It's great. Unless Gino is striking you.
Gino struck who? You?
Doom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, oh, that was a while back, right?
Uh,
He's still
A
doing
while
it?
back. Yeah, it was like ancient history. It was like a week and a half ago
Oh,
in
wow.
the Dabbleverse. You know, and
Jeez.
yeah, it's insane. And he's so pathetic. He's sending in super chats during the Husey show, right? Uh, Telling us that we're all grifters for doing that show. And I'm thinking like, dude, how many times did you have her on your stream, right? And tell us she was and act like she was normal. I mean, come on, you know? You're just pissed because
You're
you weren't
saying
making
that
money off.
Gino tricked you. He tricked you.
Gino,
I thought she was normal because of Gino.
yeah. I relied on Gino's officer. Gino told me it was going to be okay. Terry need $2. Ray DeVito is looking pretty good these days.
Yeah, she is like the female Ray DeVito, but Ray doesn't talk as much, right? And she's funny. So
But that would be the best. Look, I'm telling you, that would be the best
very.
show in the Dabbleverse is Ray DeVito and Scarlett Hampton
I don't want to talk
together.
about that kind of things.
Oh, wait, talking about it. Do you know anything about baseball cards? Eh.
What's up, Pan?
What's
What's
up,
up,
Bob?
Mr. Penn?
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing? How
Doing
you doing,
good, man.
Schmuel?
I'm okay.
Yeah, Shmuel was saying that Gino tricked him into making believe Scarlett was smart, so he's mad about that.
Yeah, I was just watching her on with KB, and it's KB has the same look I had an hour ago on his
Oh
face.
wait, she's on with KB now.
They're actually pretty good together. They're actually kind of fun. It's kind
Yeah,
of funny.
yeah, no, but it's funny that she went from the other one. Like I thought that they were trying to back off about this stuff, you know.
It's crazy. This whole world has gotten way too crazy. Did you kiss and make up with Dan, Schmuel?
Oh yeah, you could tell that, couldn't you?
That got a
Couldn't you
little
see
heated.
that? Yeah, with him calling me a fucking asshole,
Well,
right?
I agreed with him on that part.
You can't call him a liar, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
right.
Yeah. Oh my God, I just like I can't. It's like, he's like, oh, I came here to, smooth things over. I'm like, who gives a fuck what you came here for?
You did come in a little hot for you, old man.
Well, look, the guy's been saying shit about my wife, and the first question he brings up is something about my wife.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not saying
what
you're
am
wrong. I was just saying you came in hot.
what am I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's interesting to me because what happened, like the story is his wife is from like Brazil or something, and people talk about her all the time and say shit, and I just completely avoided ever touching on the subject. Um, and but he couldn't resist, you know, and I'll defend Cookie to my dying day.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Hey, if you can do it for 3 weeks, we're with you.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love Schmuel.
This is more than a what do you call it? A 4-month relationship that I'm involved in here. So, how you feeling, Panhandler?
Yeah, Well, I think my modeling career may be over, so that's a little depressing. But other than that, I'm all right. What am I going to do? I'm going to start we'll do a Panhandler Palooza, and I'll cry about it, and I'll send a bunch of guys I don't know to Vegas. I mean, shit happens, you know. Fucking, I'm gonna hide and run from it. Wasn't winning too many beauty contests to begin with. You fucking life is hard. Put on a helmet, fucking pussies.
It's a pan con.
Yeah, no, I'm doing all right. I appreciate you asking. I'll be all right.
PanCon 2026.
I'm too fucking miserable to die, so that's my curse.
So the old St. Peter's like, don't send that guy up here.
Right, exactly. I'm stuck.
Not yet. We're having a good day. Stop.
Yeah, right.
The best line that I heard today, which should be a T-shirt. I don't even have any more of her stuff to burn.
Yeah, that was.
That could have been the best line, you know?
I mean, you know Matt pretty well, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did a secret show. I'm sorry if I didn't catch the beginning of the show, so I don't want to make you repeat
Yeah.
yourself. But
No.
you have a relationship with him from the compound days and up
Yeah,
there.
he's always been fun, you know? He's only hit me twice.
Well, you were at his house, right? Didn't his ex show up with her new boyfriend at his house? Isn't that when shit went down with you one time?
Or just like, I don't know if it was the new boyfriend. It was just some guy, and then she was like just all over the house starting shit. And
Right. Well, you're the one who went crazy, not Matt, right?
no,
Like
I didn't.
you.
Yeah, I just ended up getting into a fight.
Yeah,
But-
no, I'm just joking with you. No, I'm just.
Yeah, I wasn't like,
Levy getting into a fight? That's not possible.
No, it was just weird, you know?
Bob is such a calm fella.
I am. The new me is amazing.
I've heard stories, Bob. I've heard stories.
You do seem
Yeah.
a lot calmer, though, Paul. The last year or two, you do definitely seem like you chilled since. And I'm not saying there's a correlation, but since you left the Schmuel network, you're just kind of go with it. Don't really seem bothered by anything.
Yeah, it's relaxing to be away from it. You know what I mean?
man.
It's always like, you got your hands up, every show you're doing. And to not have that, to just enjoy is just a lot better, put it that way.
Yeah, I popped into your show the other day. You had like close to 100 or 95 or something. I was only there for a second. You're doing pretty all right?
We're having fun, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I give a shit about now, you know? This is not like, John was saying the other day, he goes, I only did it for the money. I didn't make money until I started in August. I didn't make money till at least January. And it wasn't a lot.
Right.
And
yeah, it's
I
not
would
like
still
fuck
be
you
there.
money.
I'd still be there if it was about the money.
Right.
You know? There's no reason not to be there. It's just that it just got tired for me. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Panhandler.
No, I didn't want to rehash a whole bunch of old shit with Bob. I just like talking to him. But is John still mad at you, or is everything kind of squashed since you left, or there's just no relationship whatsoever?
Well, he tries to. He always says I can come on and that, but I don't want to go on, And he's like yesterday. I think he was saying that if I apologize to him for being a dick to him, it's like this thing started. Everybody was just busting balls at the beginning, and that's all it was. And when they said the show, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, it's like that thing with those robots that watch a show basically, and you
Yeah,
say stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll just look at it like that. And I was just making, just comments and jokes about stuff. But then it started getting crazy. And once it gets too much, it takes all the fun out of it.
yeah. It seems like the whole Dabbleverse is entering that arena right now with this latest development with Matt
Yeah,
and Scarlett and everything else. Just getting I posted a comment like it used to be just like ball busting and having laughs and jokes, and it's just gotten. And I'm part of it too, so I'm being a hypocrite. Um, it just got real nasty real fast.
yeah. And people like it nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Again, I'm talking out of both sides, or the one side that works out of my mouth, because I do too. I like getting a little dirty every once in a while, but there's a line too. When you turn off the computer, it's like, all right, I'm done with it until I'm argue with the next idiot the next time I go on X or go on a stream or in a chat or whatever.
Yeah, and the chatters know how, like these chatters are very good. They know how to kind of guide it. They could throw something out there that maybe wasn't even said, and you see people bite on it, and it's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah,
'Cause-
no, especially if they're new or whatever, and if they, fresh fish or whatever, forget about it,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
it's over. You're gonna learn a quick lesson.
Or if the night J-Mo and Ashley had that huge fight uh, on Clowntown, I thought what happened was she pushed a button of his that she didn't even know existed, you know, and whatever she hit a sore subject, and in his mind he was acting like, or he thought like, she knows how to fuck with me or something, and that was and he just lit, and it just could have just let it slide by,
Yeah, just shrug your shoulders at it. I mean, you guys know. Everybody knows. The more you feed into it, the more they just keep pushing and pushing.
Mhm.
So,
But
they're fucking
I
animals, like I said.
I will say though, sometimes it can be hard not to do it. Like,
Yeah, but
you
about a
know,
diploma, like you don't have a fucking can I show you a diploma? And the guy's like, they want me to show them because you do stuff like that, Because one time I said he had, I started just a rumor that I said say that he has sneakers with Velcro on it, and he fucking took them off during the show. Like when you can make somebody do something that's stupid, if you have to answer for that fucking stupid question, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, yeah. And more recently, Chad with the hairbrush and the girlfriend. I mean, I don't give a fuck if you guys think I have a girlfriend or a girl's here or not. I'm not going to get my fat ass up and go get a brush. Okay, then I don't. Well, I mean, who wins? It is silly. The shit. Everybody's trying to own everybody over the dumbest stuff. It is crazy. It's a crazy world.
It is.
and also too, if you've got a chick, if you're living with a chick, you're gonna know that it's like you're gonna know what shampoo she uses or something because it's gonna be different than yours, or the stuff that you've been using forever is gonna be replaced with her stuff, and it's just like you don't need to get up and get a hairbrush. It's just with him, it was so nothing made any sense at all, and to trying to prove a lie, that's the worst thing you can do.
Or a storyline, you know what I mean? It just continues. So it's good for business if you look at it the way he's thinking sometimes. I know that it's good for business to keep thinking that way and sending it out there because people it works. It works. They're gonna come in there, they're gonna super chat. You don't have it's a good business thing for this.
Yeah, I mean, Chad takes a lot of shit, but he's also a big percentage of the content for a
Mhm.
lot of these shows, from the girlfriend to the new car to Mersh to going back to Cunha country and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing this shit for a while, so there'd be a
But he's
lot
not
less to
making
talk
any
about.
money off it though.
Yeah, but everybody says nobody's making money. That's
Yeah.
that's what everybody says.
I I I agree. I would agree with you, Bob. But
You
I mean,
know.
in Chad's case, it just seems to me like he's really not. Like he does these things, but he doesn't know how to like playing. What was the word that you just used? Where you said, you're playing along or being part of it or something.
Yeah, you're
He
feeding
just
the fish.
Yeah, you're
feeding the
in on the
fish,
bit.
but he just doesn't seem to know how to capitalize on it, like to make it go to any length without it, because it always seems to turn around and smack him right in the fucking head.
But even if it does that, it's still bringing in because of the fact people want something to say.
Yeah, or they want to see him fail, and they want to see, and they want another reason or a new reason to shit on him.
What do you call it? I listen. This is actually pretty funny. I love the Dabbleverse because you hear a word once, and the words today, the line was pocket watching, and here's Mint. You never heard it before, uh, as far as somebody looking at somebody else's money or whatever. Heard it on one show today, and now I've heard it like 30 times today. But thank you, Mint. So, uh, pocket watching. That's our
You'll always
word.
be the ball washer. Don't worry about it.
Words of our day. Pocket washing, ball washing, clout chasing. It's also tiresome after a while. But that is the thing, though. That's what they get. Like that's what they get you with. Like you watch some people. It's like uh, you could call if you called somebody a ball washer, right? That might be the one thing that gets that fucking guy to spurg out, or a clout chaser, or a pocket washer. You know, uh, it's amazing. That went nowhere.
I like just letting you hang. Like I just let it sit out there. I just like,
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
my best. It's my best impression of Chad's work that I do. Um, but yeah, see,
So
uh,
who do you like besides like it seems like you don't like many people. Like are you and Joey C fighting now?
me.
I've been
No, no.
Oh, yeah, Schmuel. Yeah, that's right. I saw that clip the other day.
I've been fighting with Joey C. I haven't. This is what is so funny to me is like Joey C. hasn't been on my radar in like literally months and months and months. The only time he comes up for me is when I watch like Apple Pineapple because they do that. They do like a Joey C. show.
Mhm.
But then out of the blue, he's raging at me. That I was good. I looked like I wanted to smack the shit out of him at DabbleCon too. But when he told the story originally, it was like he saw me at DabbleCon too, and I wasn't paying attention. I didn't have anything to say to him. He didn't have anything to say to me. It was so Joey. I think Joey just likes to start fights. But
Joey,
I like everybody. That's my problem.
I
But
don't remember.
what set him off? Was it a super chat or a chatter? Like what just set him off on you?
Mint diggity.
Oh, there you go.
Diggity.
That's all you got to say. All right, got it.
Mint sent in like a $2 super chat, and boom, it went off the rails.
Yeah, dudes like Mint and Serenity. I mean, you got these like snipers. Now they're clipping that just little needles, and they'll just set off a whole day of back and forth or whatever. I love it.
Yeah, I like Mint. I think Mint
So
is
do I.
great. And and the difference between I feel like Mint is having fun with it, and that's why he does it. I feel like some of these other people they're not having fun. That as
Yeah,
much as they're trying to get you to react, it's like they're just working just as hard to do that on their end, you know. And when you don't react, it bothers them. And I don't think Mint gives a shit either way.
yeah. I think that's the thing. I don't know the guy at all, but I just think he doesn't give a fuck. This is just nonsense to him, and he just has some fun with it. Couple minutes a day or a couple hours a day, and that's it, or whatever. They're sending off tweets and putting his phone down, and dropping a grenade and walking away type thing.
He loves, yeah, and he is a great ball buster. Um, and I give him credit for that. Like he's busted my balls, and he's done it so well, so many times, you know, that I will send him a DM, and I'm like, very good job, you know. Um, but he's good. We did get to meet in Atlantic City at the Super Bowl event. So
Last year or the
last year,
I don't remember either.
yeah, no, he was there. He was pretty fun, nice guy, and loves to fish.
Yes, I
So
picked that up from his ex account. Yeah.
that's the big thing. So Bob, are you thinking about going to the Super Bowl?
To the game?
Well, to the Atlantic City, there, wise guy.
No, I heard on it. I was watching one of those police videos today, and they said that when you get what is that called when they walk you from a place? What is that? What they did with me? That it only lasts a year.
Oh, trespass.
Trespass. When you, I don't know if it's a fact or not, but they said, well, it's a trespass. Yeah, it's only for a year, so maybe I'm allowed back.
You have to ask. But MGM properties can ban you, and I don't think they did, but they could ban
Yeah,
you for a lifetime.
yeah. It
But
seemed like much. It wasn't much.
no,
It was nothing.
no, he threw a drink.
Still
Yeah,
hurt.
and
Some
they
ice.
can't when they trespass you. From what I understand, you know that you're trespassed. Like it's not like they don't just say it to you; they actually have to follow it up because it's a legal thing,
Oh,
right?
really? Yeah. No,
That
I
they
didn't
have
hear
to
it.
follow it up with paperwork. Because how would you know if you were trespassed or
Because
not?
they told
If they,
me, and then they walked me to the garage area.
yeah, yeah.
You
But
know,
MGM can ban anybody they
Yeah,
want, so
yeah. That
I don't know. Maybe I'll
maybe
call.
I'd be more.
you should call.
Yeah.
Or we'll do it on air. I'll call it. Is Bob Levy allowed there? We want to bring our friend Bob, but he
Oh, I
had a
don't even
little
think I'll
trouble.
be back in time for that. I just remembered I'm going to be in Key West, so I'm
Oh,
flying in that day.
Terry Nee, an MGM trespass ban can last from a single night to
What
potentially a
an
lifetime,
asshole!
as they don't automatically expire and depend upon the severity of the offense and MGM's discretion.
Mm.
Thank you, Terry Nee. So, where does throwing a drink
It
go
can't
on
be
this?
more than 6 months. Really, it shouldn't be. It was only ice anyway. It was not going to waste alcohol.
Right, right. I had the drink, and you were responding. You were confronted.
And
Yeah,
that was that August 23 or was it the second time in AC? When was that?
It was the Super Bowl.
It was a
that-
Super Bowl. You're right. August was the first event. You're right. It was the following February.
yeah. The
Okay.
first one went fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Second
And
one,
it's
not so much.
yeah. And it's not like you were counting cards or something. And wait, the first one didn't go fine because the first one is where you wound up getting bounced, right? You
No,
didn't get Kevin
second one.
trespassed you. Didn't Kevin trespass you from the first one?
No.
From his show, Bob.
What are you
Wasn't
talking?
the first one in August? Wasn't that the one where you had the phone call with Chad and
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah, I
got
know.
all
Yeah,
pissed off?
yeah.
Right. I was trying to make a joke that Kevin trespassed you from his show. That
Oh,
was
How
yeah.
did that work out?
Yeah, let us know before the show which ones you're going to use.
I gotcha. But did you quit or did you get fired or was it a little
No,
combination of both?
quit, but we're very hard to talk to each other. You know,
Yeah, the,
I bet you he's missing you right now, this moment. So, golly.
I haven't. I see like a little bit here and there. I'll catch in the afternoon, but you
No, I
know,
just meant like this episode with him with Scarlett or whatever. He's just like,
he don't know what to say.
yeah, he's doing good. I mean, it is funny the two of them together, but yeah.
Did Matt come on too?
No, I don't think so. I think he sent. I think Kevin sent a link to CarMax to find out why
Oh shit.
CarMax blocked Scarlett.
Yeah, what's going on with that? You see, that's all fucking crazy.
The rumor mill is, and I have no evidence, no proof that
Mhm.
CarMax Gilly told him to block Scarlett, and he's going to meet up with Felicia, which sounds like total fiction, but I'm going to go with it because it's a great story.
Wow, it is a great story. I
Yeah.
love that. That is
I don't
fucking good.
I don't think when I first heard about it, I thought he probably did it on his own to tell Felicia, "Oh, I blocked her."
It's
Not
weird
he's like trying
timing.
to win her back.
Sorry, Shmuel, but it's such weird timing
No, but
after
you go.
streaming back to back with her for like 4 hours, each night or more than 4 hours. Like they did it like over 8 hours or something total together in less than a 24-hour period. So it is kind of weird timing. But he's
Could
a
you
weird dude.
imagine? Could you imagine trying to talk to that broad for more than like 45 minutes?
She was on Clowntown the other night. I think I said this before. You could see my face. I was like, "What is happening here? What am I doing with my life?" I just, again, it's so weird because you see what she's done for work, and I don't give a shit. Not her dad. Not it's none of my business. Um, but then when she's like getting upset and crying, and she looks so young, you also kind of, or I kind of like feel badly. I can see why guys want to protect her if they didn't know better, because she looks like a little kid when
Yeah.
she's upset,
You don't
and she
want to
looks
see
like
a
she's
girl cry.
tiny.
Yeah.
And then you flip it on the internet, and she's taking cock the size of a softball bat up her ass, and you're like, okay, she's a woman. It's so weird the dichotomy between the two.
So you're saying if she didn't cry then, she shouldn't cry now.
Exactly,
Now
exactly.
I get what you're saying.
She's much tougher than I am. That's for sure. You right? Golly.
I could see her and Karmic together though, and she'd be the one pumping Karmic up. No, you're great. You're great. You're fantastic.
If Karma couldn't handle four guys dancing 4 feet away from Gilly for a couple minutes, I don't think he's going to do very well. Thanks, KB. That's true. No, um, undistracted me. I don't think he'll do very well with when she goes off to the office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so either. I do like the notion that he would find one of her porn videos on the web somewhere and have a freak out.
But you don't think that her and Matt will get back together?
Yes, they definitely will. At least temporarily. Like this has got some real natural born killer vibes. Like they
Yeah.
just can't get away from each other.
I think once she gets the new hat, then things will start to. Once she gets the hat back, it'll be okay, I think.
Only if he drives it to her. Isn't she like out in Wisconsin or something now?
I think so. And somewhere in the Midwest, she went home.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel I feel bad for Matt, but more because like, how do you get it? Like, you got to get it out of your head, dude. You know?
I mean, we've all been there. I mean, we're all old guys, but younger, where you just get obsessed with this one girl, and it's just like, and I don't know if that's really what it is. I don't know Matt that well, so I'm not. I'm just saying from my own experience, I get where he's coming from. Even though like your rational self knows it's over, it's not going anywhere. But there's that one little thing in the back of your mind. I'm gonna fix it.
Right. But that's like to me like a high school senior, maybe freshman or sophomore in college. I mean,
Yeah, it's a little
yeah,
emotionally immature, and I agree with you. I'm just saying I've been there too, so I get it. And I've done some dumb shit as an adult too, so I can't be too judgmental.
right. But you don't. But you do, right? But do you do it for very long? Like, would it be
No,
lingering
I'm
on for this long?
very lazy. So no, I lose interest pretty quick.
After watching them, I'm like, I'm so lucky I don't have a fireplace because you know what I mean. I would use that as a weapon. I mean, I can't
Burning shit.
imagine like burning shit right, and like it's so weird, but they're so mad. Like he's
Yeah,
getting so
he's almost
mad.
he's so pissed off that he's got to act somehow. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
At Brock, I heard Dixon and Carmick say they both like Felicia's eccentric style. Huh? She's basic as fuck. Um, that's the being friends with Pat. That's like the hardest part of all this is like trying to think that there's something there in Felicia that just doesn't appear to be there.
Yeah, I don't get it, but I don't have to get it or whatever. And she just seems, and coming from me, this is going to be ridiculous, but she just seems so miserable on stream, and so like, and she's a comedian on top of everything else. And yes, I know I'm miserable, so you guys can save the chats, but I'm not trying to be a comedian either. So it just, unless she's very very guarded, like I said, I don't know her.
Yeah. She definitely comes across as miserable. She definitely comes across as the kind of person that would constantly tell you what you're supposed to be doing.
That's all women, really.
Uh, so, in any event, Buckman pretending he has no clue where she lives, but watched all the videos. You know, I'm one of, and I would imagine that you two are probably two of the people did the same thing. I've never looked up Keanu's nudes, and
Yeah.
nor
No.
have I watched any Scarlet porn.
I did check out Scarlet. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I'm creepy enough without actually adding to the creepiness.
Why don't you just search it now? I know why you
Yeah.
brought it up so you can.
Here, I'm gonna share the screen. Hold on, Schmuel.
I'm gonna- I got it right here.
Yeah, it's my favorites.
Let me show you. Looking at it on the subway. Oh man. So, in any event, the deal. What else is going on that we should touch on while we're here, fellas? Pan, how's the face coming?
You know, I'm gonna follow up today. We'll see. They don't know. Doctors don't know shit. You know, just keep billing me and keep trying different medicines, but they
That's
don't
why
know.
they call it a practice.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So, like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, there's greater tragedies in life. Like, as I said earlier, I wasn't exactly a model before. The annoying thing is, though, and I'm trying not to do, but when I drink, somebody's definitely going to clip it because I got to drink out of a straw like a girl, or else I drool all over myself. So that's fun as a 50-year-old man. Or eating and food just falls out of your mouth. Nice.
Why? What happened?
Look out, ladies.
What happened? What are they doing?
Thought I was on Tuesday. I didn't feel right, and then the whole left side of my face went numb and it
Oh,
drooped.
Jesus.
And I thought I was having a stroke, and I was actually scared for a second. Like I was a
Oh,
little
yeah.
nervous, and they think it's Bell's palsy, but I have a whole other host of issues, so they don't know if there's some sort of
Jeez.
relation with that. So they but I they did the CAT scan and all that other shit, CT scan, and my brain isn't any more damaged than it was prior to last Tuesday, so that's good. So it wasn't a stroke. It's just good luck and starting out 2026, just like you want to start out the year, half your face paralyzed. So,
Jeez.
yay!
Oh, look, at least it didn't make you dumb.
I was
like
already there.
Somebody else would know. Are you three wanting to discuss any medical issues?
Shut the fuck up.
I got a friend like that, a few years older than me, and every time we get together, he wants to talk about the price of medication. Yeah. I'm like, dude, come on. When you were a kid, you talk about pussy, and when you get old, you start talking about Medicare.
Right.
But,
You talk about what you know. A lot more medication as you get older than pussy, unfortunately. So, yeah.
But all right, so we're done with are we done with the Scarlet talk and whatever? How did you think Keanu did?
Man, she's taking a weird turn to me. Like I tried to defend her for a while, or at least not shit on her as much. But it seems like she's leaning into the villain a little bit to me. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't. She just how should I put this? She just seems nastier to me. But people say that she's been nasty for a long time, and I didn't see it possibly. No,
Yeah,
Am I?
she was pretty nasty. She was pretty nasty to me when I walked in.
Yeah,
so.
she don't like you. There's no. You can tell. Like she right off the bat, she's like, as soon as you're there, she's got something to say about something. Your
Yeah.
eyes, or this, or that.
Hey, they can't compete with the brain, so they got to go for the looks.
But have you dunked on her just because you and Gino don't get along? Schmuel.
I did. I think I have recently dunked on her, but for a long time I didn't. But Gino and I don't get along, and then
I'm well aware.
I'm sure she got tired of hearing about me because it was like I was as popular in Gino's vocabulary as Ray DeVito. It was like Ray DeVito, Schmuel Buckman, they're assholes, blah. And it was so funny because he was just going off about what a nobody I am and how useless I am. But every fucking show he was on, he had to talk about me. So I guess I exist in the man's head.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, I'm well aware of his feelings towards you.
Have you ever met?
Oh, I have
Yeah.
not. I've never met Gino. I haven't. I think Schmuel has.
None of you has met him.
I have.
Oh, where'd you meet him?
He was at at the compound shows.
Oh,
I don't remember which one. He wasn't in Vegas. No, he was in Vegas. I think met him at the one in Vegas, and that was back before all of this shit happened, right? Dixon was there, and Gino came out of the showroom, whatever they call it there, and there's a bar right outside, and he was just hanging out at the bar, smoking cigars, holding court, and everybody was having a good time. And Aaron Berg and I were worried the FBI was going to be there because Gavin was there, and all the Proud Boys had gone to like the earlier show.
Wow.
What year was this about?
It's got to be. It was probably. It had to be pre-COVID, right?
2018, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a T-shirt somewhere, but
But that sounds
no,
like a
but
pretty innocuous meeting. Like all the beef. Oh, the Berg stuff. Like
well,
we'll talk about it another time. Sorry.
no, it's all right. Gino and I went for. So the deal, we all know I'm sober, right? So Gino and I communicated a lot about being sober and about him stopping drinking, and
That didn't
everything
work.
was everything was hunky dory, and then he went back to drinking, and then was like trying to prove to me that that was the right choice, and I wasn't really into it, and then I had a couple of minor arguments with him,
Hmm.
um, and I don't even know that he would remember, and they weren't real arguments. They were like, I think I asked him one time. He was like starting with Keanu, and it seemed like he was like had all this energy into Keanu, and everything around him was falling apart. And I might have I might have asked a question about what clubs he was performing at or something, and you know, shit just went flying.
Well, he seems like a pretty rational guy, so I'm sure you guys will make up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's been years, but I haven't seen the guy in years, and it's like, like you guys saying, you bust a little balls on the internet, and it just gets carried away.
But you don't think you'll get along if you see him in person again? You will.
I always
Yeah.
thought Gino was like one of the funnest people when you saw him hanging out and talking to the guys and stuff. Um, yeah, I said hello to him, talked to him for a little while, but I'm not like there were people that were like, I mean, he was kind of surrounded by about 6 or 7 guys, and everybody's buying it. He was having a good time, and so I think COVID broke him. That that seems to me to be what it was.
I mean, I get where he's coming from in term, and I know he and Canoe don't do themselves a lot of favors, but they are constantly getting, just metaphorically murdered on the Dabbleverse, right? I mean, they have like seems like no allies and shit on every day, hundreds of times a day. Like I can get where it gets old, and again, I'm not saying they're a victim or anything like that. They don't help themselves, but Jesus Christ, are they more disliked than John, but just less known? Like in this world, in this Dabbleverse, Hackverse, whatever this is.
I don't know. I think John's like the mecca of hate. It is, it really seems that way.
It, I think I'm gonna say I think Gino had a lot of goodwill, right, from being at Compound and the whole thing, and it wasn't until like Content House seems to have not Content House, Content Hotel seems to have been the big turn in the Dabbleverse. Like he went from having some supporters to almost nobody supporting him.
Because of the Schizo Sean thing, or because of the Scarlet, or just everything?
I think everything just came to a head, and then also too he had the there had been tension between Carl and those guys,
Yeah.
and nobody had said anything, and then it just sort of I think it got out in the open.
Yeah. I mean, he's a frustrating cat because, like you said, I never hung out with him, but I bet you he is a fun. Like when I was drinking or whatever, I would have loved to hang out with him. It's probably a blast. And when you see him on MLC, he does make Kevin laugh. Those two are good together. I mean, Bob, when you and Gino and Kevin Compound, even on
Mhm.
MLC. I don't know, 20. No, shit, you haven't been on since he's been back. Since he's been back, what I'm talking about when you're on Compound, you guys
Mhm.
are all good together. That's the problem. You're funny, and just you guys meeting up on Gino and Gino laughing, not either leaning into it or not realizing he's the butt of the joke. I don't care what the vid is; it's still funny to me. So it's frustrating because he even on stage, like I've seen, unfortunately, when people record his sets, he does have a stage presence. Like the crowd generally, I feel, likes him. I'm not saying his jokes are all bangers or whatever, but it's just strange to me.
Look, I think he starts with goodwill, right? When he comes up there, and it's just he can be funny. He says a few funny things, but then he launches into like a diatribe. He really wants to be a motivational speaker more than a
Yeah,
comedian.
but everybody becomes delusional to him, and stuff like that. You're not the same if you don't think the same way or something like that. You're delusional, and
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
I guess. Well, yeah, I was listening to I don't know, I might have been a clip, but I was listening to John this morning, and talk about delusional. I I mean he just sounds like he's losing it to me more and more day by day.
Yeah, the more he's on, that's going to happen.
I thought he was leaving. Didn't he say he was leaving?
He's
Didn't John say he was done in 2026 for the
Yeah,
third time?
but he says he doesn't need to do this. And to me, thinking if he didn't need to do it, why would he
Why
do it?
would you? Why would
Why
you?
why would you go through this every day?
Especially the shit he gets every day. It's not like he's got a ton of support. Like even as many people that hate Kevin or don't like Kevin, he also has a legion of very loyal fans that
Oh yeah,
absolutely
totally.
love him.
Yeah, totally.
So not legion, but a good amount
A
of
good amount.
fans. Yeah. So it is weird. It doesn't seem like John has any. Everybody's trolling him. It seems like every single person.
I
It's
think
it's
he might have like 25 in the chat, 30 that are on his side.
yeah.
If you looked at it, like, if you're just sitting there watching the chat, you would see that.
It's about what do you call it? About 10%, right? Like of the chat are on his side. But getting attention may be the other part of it,
Well, that's what
right?
it is. It doesn't matter. It's like people are there. Like he'll always say, there's 500 people, there's 300, you know? So
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
I'm thinking
matter
about
about
like in
players.
him going away, right? When he goes away, he certainly doesn't get the attention that he gets.
Yeah, but if he goes away, he says, if he goes away, everybody show tanks, they make no money. Being from what you hear of him, why wouldn't he do that then? That would be the biggest
Right.
get back. And it's like, why would you continue to say that when that's what you want to do? You want to shut them out anyway. But I don't think it's going to make it go away. But it will put numbers down for sure.
On certain shows, absolutely,
Hmm.
100%.
On some shows, definitely.
Yeah.
Surely, I think it hurt. I mean, I don't follow his numbers or anything, but I just know
It's
that
1400. I'll let you
w-
know. And I
when
haven't watched
John
in 2 years. It's going to be 1400. Whatever
when
you turn on
John
Julie.
when John went away, I stopped watching Shuley because it just you know
It'll
there was
go
nothing.
down. The numbers will go down, but it's not going to be backbreaking.
Right.
But John will always come back to save the day at the last moment. That's the funny thing. He comes back like a hero to make other people money.
I also think he comes back like when his monetization's about to end, so it
Hmm.
doesn't um expire or whatever. And then he's like, okay, I'll do one show just to keep it going. And then okay, I made some money, especially when he first comes back that first week, and you
Hmm.
think that's going to keep on going. So it's just this vicious cycle, round and round and round he goes, racetrack, as
Yeah.
Patrick Melton likes to say.
And he definitely has supporters, and
Yeah.
they're like he's got a core of supporters who give him information, who stick up for him, and they may go away too.
Hmm.
And the thing that I keep hearing about John is like when he becomes your friend, he loves to talk on the phone and call and call you. So maybe those people don't pick up the phone so much.
Men don't talk to other men on the phone.
No, it's really uncomfortable.
It really is. It really is.
Mm.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be a real emergency.
So, like in the compound thing, right? With where Anthony says, "Oh, I don't like confrontation." I always thought that was a pretty lame excuse in carrying it on for as long as he did.
About what? Like,
Well, he said he didn't get rid of Gino because he didn't like confrontation, and that's why he finally he
I
was
just think
shelling out.
he's too nice of a guy. I think he would feel bad.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
but are you doing your friends any favors by doing that? Like, did he hurt Gino? That's my, the sort of in the zeitgeist is Gino didn't know what kind of numbers he had. He thought he had a lot more. He was a lot more popular than he was. And when Compound shut down, instead of trying to make nice with Gavin, he got into a fight with him, and Gino suffered immeasurably ever since.
Yeah, sometimes, you don't like what somebody says, but then you have to think about it sometimes, Even I learned that shit. You think about what he said, and then you maybe do a little research on it and say, maybe I can continue and build again, or fuck it,
Yeah, but Gino's
Yeah.
so reactive too. It's just, you know, what Bob's saying. It takes a level of maturity. And the weird thing is, Gino's not that much younger than Bob. Right? I mean, Gino's an old man. Bob's
Yeah.
an old man. You think he would know better, but he still, plays these young man games.
It's fun.
Terry Nee, this show's sponsored by the
Right?
Villages.
Right?
We should all get places out there.
I know. It's almost past my bedtime.
This is this is why the federal government offered the only sponsor we could get was the prevent sexually transmitted disease in old people. Sorry, that joke went nowhere.
No, I knew what you're
Uh,
talking about. It's very high in the Villages for a long time.
Chip Galloway, Gino would have been a star, but Kumia got in the way.
He C-blocked him.
I mean, when Aaron was there, that was a really good show.
It was a really
Aaron
good show.
was Aaron's like, it was run perfectly. It was crazier sometimes, than Kumia's for sure. And it had a lot of humor in it and different parts to it. It was going well, and then once that ended, it was over.
Jason Bentley for $10. I think it's the panty. Like the time you called me to try and get me to admit the Bucks creamsicle uniforms
I
were
did.
pretty.
I did call him. You're right. They were playing the Falcons, and I had to call him and say, "Don't go to good." I did call him. I'm such a woman.
You
He
are.
loves to hear from me. I really perk him up with my positive affirmations.
I I've always enjoyed Kumia's comedy, and he is a nice guy when you meet him. But I really did feel like it was a bit this whole I don't like confrontation. I want to do it. It was a bit cowardly. It seemed to me.
Yeah. Nah, he's just too good of a guy. Like he probably would feel bad, and he just kept it going.
Yeah, I I I
But when you're the big
understand that,
swinging
but
dick,
you're
when you're the
doing.
oh, sorry, Schmuel, go ahead.
No, you go, you go.
No, I said when you're the big swinging dick and you're the boss, that's
Mhm.
why you have people to do shit you don't want to do sometimes. And if you didn't like to fire people or didn't like the confrontation, then I mean, I'm not going to bang on him for that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, he wasn't going to be there anymore. So what's the use of having the place? And it was probably a great deal to go in with Gavin, and he didn't have to worry about. Who wants to worry about having a station,
yeah, all
and
the overhead.
there
especially when you're
certainly
not living there?
and there certainly were what do you call it? Anthony did put it out. Like he certainly talked about, oh, I don't know where this behind the paywall model is going. I don't know where's and nobody picked up on it. Nice podcast, Stupid Live for $2. How often do you guys ask for a senior discount?
I still haven't yet.
The funny thing is, so I go to the local supermarket, not too far from my house. About a year ago, they started offering me the senior discount, like when I was at the cashier. I
Mhm.
didn't ask for it, and they still offer it to me. I'll take it. I'll take the 7, 10%, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not insulted by it.
Put up my boy, unbanned Josh Denny fan. Schmuel now
Oh,
changed his take to Kumia was using an excuse, was cowardly after he saw multiple comments to that effect, or to this effect. Classic Schmuel. I've been saying the same thing for quite a while about it. I don't think Kumia did anybody any favors by being afraid of confrontation. I think he would have been better. I think he would have been better served, and the people around him would have been better served.
yeah, but the way he had a business, like I said this on Kevin's a long time ago, you got to like if you're going to do a big business like that, and you think you're overpaying somebody or something, you do it a la carte. So you're signing up for each one, and then you know how many people are buying it for that reason. Then you can
Well,
see where the power is.
but he did know what the numbers were. He might not have wanted to look at them, but he knew who was watching what.
Yeah, but if you're buying one, if you're a member and you're paying whatever 10, $12, you get every show. So you don't know that much. You don't know
Yeah,
why.
I don't think they had the analytics to. I see what Rob's saying. If you just had one membership, you can log on whenever you want, watch whatever you want. I guess they could look at views, but
Mm,
yeah, I do think there was probably some back end issues with it, and I think Anthony and the guys or E-Rock, they've talked about it before, especially
Yeah,
when they changed over the billing and everything else, and
mhm.
they weren't
there.
charging members for a year or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah,
I mean, there were those issues definitely. I'm just saying that you could just look on, you know, basic analytics, and it could tell you what
Mhm.
time of the day people were watching.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like they had to know it. I did ask Berg about
Mhm.
about doing that show, and he said it was the most fun and the easiest job he'd ever done.
Mhm.
That they could just kick ass. And then that was the thing is Gino didn't want to change, and that's what caused the problem in the end.
Yeah, well, Berg is now still touring, and I saw he's on Fox News the other night, and
Yeah.
he's found his path or whatever, and Gino's doing what Gino does. So
Uh,
you got to think Aaron won this one pretty bigly.
And he did say, yeah, Aaron did say, because I was asking Aaron about Bob's favorite performance facility, the Emmaus Theater, and
Mhm.
Berg said, I don't sell tickets.
At that place,
He just says he just doesn't, in general, he just doesn't sell tickets.
Aaron,
Yeah, it's not a draw.
really?
Yeah. So probably like a
I think he is.
small, I would think at clubs, and I think if people know him, he would be. But I saw him at resorts, and you know that crowd, Bob,
Yeah, but
right?
he's solid as shit. You know,
Yeah.
he is. There's no, you know, he's killer.
Well, that was the thing is there was such a mixed crowd at resorts when I saw him, and he's doing his same shit, and I'm like, oh, he's fucking black. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. I got in the elevator with them all after, and they're like, he's so funny.
Yeah,
They enjoyed the hell out of him.
yeah.
All right, Connor Swim for $10 if this thing will show. You have to remember that Anthony's days at WNEW and early XM were insanity. He probably just wanted to relive that and didn't care about the money. Also, pin your super tip link, stupid. It is pinned, but thank you. Um, my super tip link is pinned. It was. Um, but that's near. But thank you, Connor, for the $10. I appreciate it.
I
Uh,
don't see it pinned in the chat.
He did want. He did. I did put it in. Maybe I didn't pin it. He did want. But those. Yeah, the NEW days, right up until Sam, the Sex for Sam thing. I mean, they had it made, right? And boy, did Mel Karmazin fuck them though by not letting them out of their contract.
How many years would they offer?
I
Was
want to
it
say
3 or
two.
5? I thought it was like at least 3.
See, the only reason I would say that is because I know the stories about Opie not wanting to sign a long term contract. right? Every year, that was Anthony's big complaint was that they would offer them like 5 years
5
or
years, I think he
more.
talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you call it? Would only and Opie only wanted to do a year, so maybe they talked him into two.
I don't remember. All I know is he's a millionaire still, and I'm not. So
Yeah.
he made some right decisions. We can't really.
No.
He seems like he's having, besides having his chest cracked open a few years ago, seems to be having the time of his life.
Oh
So
yeah.
more power
Absolutely.
to him. You know.
Yeah, and I've had mine cracked open
Yeah.
after a year. You don't
No,
even
I'm
know
just
it
saying.
anymore.
You see him. He's playing video games. He's drinking. He's doing karaoke. He does his shows. He has the AM show, and then his show, his internet show with Compound Censored. He just seems like, for as much hate as he gets, he seems to be doing all right, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
you see some of the pictures of his new place, not too far from me. Looks pretty nice.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Opie, what does it say? Opie has slept on his IRL streams. We're ballsy as fuck. Poor Ope.
I think.
And that's the thing is like with you watch Opie, you watch Carl go after Opie and stuff, and Opie gets upset about it. I'd be like laugh. I think I'd hope I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. You know?
Everybody's got an ego,
Yeah. It's
I guess, and it's gonna hurt a little bit.
and so what do you call it? In any event, I had to stop following Anthony on Twitter because it's just way too racist and anti-Semitic for me.
That's where I get my news from.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly.
That's
Inspiration.
that's what that's what I would have figured, and that's what I thought. So, in any event, fellas, what else we got? Anything? Do you would want to talk about the Husey stream at all there, Panhandler, or
No,
how'd you
I
feel?
mean, no. I wanted to pop on. I couldn't make it last week. Thank you for sending me the link. Because I always like to talk to Bob or see Bob. But you say never say anything positive. You guys did really well last week. I thought you guys were good together. Just you two knuckleheads. So that's it. I'll leave it on a high note for once instead of telling you to get fucked. I'll do that tomorrow.
Wait, something's happened to Panhandler. Maybe he
Yeah,
did
it's a
have a
fucking,
stroke.
stroke. Right, exactly. Now I'm going to be nice to people. Fuck that. So
And
no, I appreciate it. I'm getting pretty beat actually, like an old man. So I'm going to go to bed. I'll harass you guys in the chat. Good seeing you, Bob.
Good seeing you, brother. Be good.
Thanks, Will.
Cool.
See you guys.
Hey, take care. And Ice Dancer, laughing my fucking ass off.
Hold on, I gotta say Hoogly for Minty.
Hoogly.
I'll never fucking say his name right.
You know Ice Dancer, right? You know who that is? And
I know who it is. Yeah. So
yeah, it's funny because she's really gotten people. She's well liked among people, and she didn't come into this universe as too much of a well liked person. So,
Really?
but very nice to me. So, Hoogly.
All right, let me get some shit done.
All right, Matt.
Gonna go run the dogs. Have a good night, Schmuel. Have a good
All right,
night,
cool, buddy.
everybody.
Take care. Thanks.
Take
All
care.
right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to hang out for a couple of minutes and then get out of here. I think asking Ice Dancer is probably the way to get more blocked. Ice Dancer, can Mersh unban me from his chat? I saw that he unblocked me in other chats. We will go there. And, yeah. So wasn't supposed to. Husey asked me on. I really didn't want to go because I thought it would devolve, like I said, into a brawl. And I guess it was okay. And I realized time to just slow down. So yeah, and unban Josh Denny fan, 100%. Okay, Schmuel, now the real show can start, which is cool. But I have to get out of here because I've got to use my senior discount on the train headed home. But yeah, I don't. And Drunken Donuts is asking for some funny stuff tonight. I don't have anything funny tonight. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm was shot, for lack of a better word. I guess because I was working all day. But I am amazed. I will say, coming to this with today's Tuesday, watching stuff over the weekend. I saw some, I didn't see others. But I did. The karmic stuff is just, I don't get it. I guess he's entertaining. I guess people like seeing it. I don't get it. I don't really. I can't watch him for more than a few minutes at a time. But I was very, very proud um, to make number 2 on his hate list, behind only Joey C. And I've got to be honest, I have no idea why Joey C and I would be the 2 people that he would hate the most. Uh, Even if we wanted to take him down, right? Uh, we couldn't. We're nobodies. So that was pretty wild. The dance breaks are the best part. Mine or Karmic. And the other thing with Karmic, Melton said it, and we're talking about inviting him out to Hackamania, and they were like, "What would he do?" Right? Like, because I think this is the kind of guy that makes me. I think that he's very bold when he's alone in the studio, and I'm gonna kick your ass, and come fuck with me, and I'm gonna take you down. But I have a feeling when he's face to face, he's quite the little coward, and that's Karmic. And the music stinks. And this part where he talks about being a musician and playing, I play guitar. I just have we ever seen him pick up a musical instrument besides a piece of cardboard that a fan went out of their way to make, to tear up, and throw away? So what I think would be great with Karmic is not my idea; it's the Dave Sarah idea. Would be to have him come to Hackamania, but have cameras on him like 24 hours a day. Like an in real life Karmic stream at Hackamania would be fucking awesome. Um, because it would be like the chat would be traveling with him. That would be my favorite thing to see. Then I saw the what do you call it? Joey C14. Speak for yourself, eyebrows. He's cracking. I will take care of myself, Clown X. Um, I wasn't insulting you, Joey. I was just saying that neither one of us would be able to take Carmi down. And we did make the top of his hate list. And Cigarette Jones, you missed my milestone chat. I'm sorry about that. This is the issue with Evmux, is that it does not show milestone chats. It just shows chats as regular, and it will show super chats, but it doesn't show anything else. And Garrett is a hack. I'm bummed I didn't make the list. I know. I was very surprised. I was very surprised I did. And it's the only list that I've cared about in the last year. ABE says Karmic just needs access to a real sound system and lighting so he can cloak himself in the semblance of theatrics, as it were. Karmic is undeniably funny, and he's never stated that he didn't love his mother. Not sure what one has to do with the other. Look, I don't know. I always thought I thought Karmic could be funny. I thought he came on when he came out. I thought he came out strong. I just feel like it's just, we go through the process of, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to cry, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to cry. And this whole thing with Felicia is I honestly, I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. What does unbanned Josh Denny fan want to say here? At Schmuel Buckman, can you fill us in on why you often insert words or ignore words in a chat when reading it? Bad eyesight. Zumakian learning disability. What's the deal? It is what it is. Tuna Town 666. He can't play the guitar, or he would have. Uh, I think that was what I was trying to imply. And it's interesting because I usually ask the question this way, which I'll say is, do you know anybody who's been on stream as much as this guy who says they play music who doesn't take the opportunity to do it? Because I know guys like to follow. I'm reading somebody's chat over here. I know that the guys who play love to play, and so that leads me to believe that he can't, and he's just saying it. And we do know that he does lie a lot. So maybe it's just one more of those things where he's trying to build it up. Um, so refusing to answer exactly what Zumok did to me. Interesting. If I knew the answer, I'd fucking answer you. All right. So there we go, boss. Um, so let's just say, Frankie, don't be so mean. There's no could be. Let a random person watch Melton and Carmick. 9 will say Carmick is funnier, and 1 incel will say Melton is. Okay, terrific. Um, Appreciate your thoughts. Um, so I did like Final Boss's take on why his stuff never went up on SoundCloud and stuff is because he was just too lazy to do it and too lazy to put it up there. So all right, AB, he's the most falsely gassed up guy in the Dabbleverse. That was interesting that you say that. One of my things when he first came on was he was getting a lot of help from a lot of people, and help that you don't usually get. And what do you call it? Tukey was helping him. Melton's. I mean, Moody was all about him. Moody was the one that got him up on super tips so quickly. Um, and there was at Hackamania last year was about the time that Karmic started coming up. Ghost Party was out, and I remember sitting at the Bubble Craps machine with a big giant headset on like this, like bopping to Ghost Party. Uh, but I will say that it was pretty split. It wasn't really split. It was like 25% of those guys that are like make a living off this were like this guy's going to be would be good, and there was a whole bunch of other guys that didn't think that he was going to be good. And I'm I don't know. I don't I don't know what to think, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. Like I don't see the whole thing. Rudy Baggy claims to have a fretless bass in his closet, but won't play it because he says the amps are broken. He won't even show it. Yeah, he would. It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But and other stuff I've seen him do, which is, if you watch when you watch other shows, particularly smaller shows, Karmic will see something that somebody said on there, and then he adopts that as his own. Brock. I didn't read this, so that's what we're doing. Dixon sucker punched Gino and then scurried out of the bar like a sewer rat. Well, that guy is so tough. Well, one didn't say Pat was tough, but 2, Pat did not scurry. He went across the street, back to compound, and sat there and waited. So it wasn't like he went and ran and hid. But Pat was not the first guy to get physical with Gino right around the same time. Somebody else had like lifted Gino by the neck up off the ground, and Gino has a way of annoying people, and that said, I don't think what Pat did was right, but and I've said that since the beginning. I think it was I don't know why my hat is offered here. I was a bad move, and uh, I didn't like it. But what can I say? Um, the punch was funny and a long time ago. Dixon's main crime is his laziness, mumbling over karma clips before a few halting piano sounds. Um, to know Dixon is to know that he's eclectic, eccentric, whatever. I think Pat does what gives Pat enjoyment, and I think the karmic thing gives Pat enjoyment, and that's why he does it. Um, so, all right, let's see what Rundad says. To be fair, Pat would have been Kumia to drop. Oh wait. To be fair, Pat would have had to had been Kumia to drop him to his knees. Fake, yeah. All right, I don't get it. Um, I don't get it. But look, it definitely was a pretty wild thing. Um, not condoning it, but it wasn't a sucker punch. That's a question, right? Um, that comes up a lot. What is a sucker punch? Um, but also too, you're fucking with the guy's girlfriend. You've been fucking with other stuff. So, and he did come at you head on. Um, so there's that. So I wouldn't call it a sucker punch. I just think it was a bad move career wise, and I also don't think that uh, adult men should be fighting, fist fighting like that. Um, certainly not that way. Dixon's doing it for the money, for money. Um, yeah, the question though always becomes in all of these things is, um, would you be doing better? And that's like you can't answer that question. So you don't know. Um, Ex-girlfriend, she asked to be on his show. Why would Pat want to keep anyone off his show? Um, I don't think Pat would want to keep somebody off his show, but he certainly wouldn't want. Uh, I don't know. Would you want your ex-wife going on a show talking shit about you? I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. Um, I condone it under any circumstance. Only wish it had been worse for Gino. Um, Josh, between COVID and that punch, uh, Gino's a broken guy, and he really couldn't let go of it. And Gino keeps saying, "Oh, I didn't do anything after. I didn't do anything after." Um, but the reality is that um, he pursued there were criminal charges and stuff, and if Gino had just opted out, they wouldn't have been pursued. And Brock, we don't ever want to upset you. Buckman converted me into a Buckman hater after misrepresenting my words, misdefining sucker punches. Um, I didn't misdefine it. It's been a discussion, uh, some of which I've been involved in with myself, and I know Obnoxious John, and I think three other people were at DabbleCon 2 we were talking about um, whether it was a sucker punch or not. So there we go. Dr. Mega G, you could mentor him, Buckman. Gino needs redemption. Gino is not, what do you call it? Not ever going to talk to me. He was been invited on the show recently, and he said no in a vociferous, very, very, very loud way. Um, so, AB, I'm still a Dry fan. The stubborn Dixon washing is part of Buckman's charm. Not Dixon washing, just stating fact, right? If the guy's happy and the guy's making money doing what he's doing, who am I to tell him differently? And really, who am I to tell anybody differently? So, oh, wrap it up. Kiki's going live. Feel free to hop on over there. So Cham, also pronouncing Cham as charming. Thank you, AB. But I don't know that there's anybody else I'm in the mood to shit on at the moment, or ball wash, as you guys like to call it. Good for Gino. Um, it would have been fun for Gino to come on the stream, and if anything, it would have. I don't know. Would it help him? Would it hurt him? I don't think it would. I don't think it would really move the needle that much. But I mean, the guy's doing shows to like 15, 20 people. So, it just got to be rough. And look, you don't get yourself into 30-something thousand dollars of credit card debt because things are going well, right? Because that's the deal, right? If things are going well and you're a crook, you've got hundreds of thousands, if not more, in credit card debt. So, uh, you get in that amount, it's tough. But I kind of feel bad for Gino because he's got, he had the new wife. He's got a lot of. He insists at how great he's doing, and it's tough. It's very much like Stuttering John, where the person is saying one thing, and everybody's looking at the reality, and the reality is the opposite. So there's that. Yes, the universe provides credit cards, though, and they flow through me. So there we go. Imagine feeling bad for Gino. Garrett is a hack. Garrett, it's one of the burdens of being me. I feel bad for a lot of people I shouldn't feel bad for. Wait, he's $30,000 in debt. That's his huge debt. He's being sued by American Express for $30,000. Not to mention he has no talent from Diablo Sandwich. There's a thought around. So Gino basically is in this world because of Artie Lang. So take that for what you will. And apparently Artie carried him for a while, and then you had Anthony carry him for a while. And so it's possible you start believing your own press and thinking that, you are the ace comedian, no matter what. Although I did learn by watching WATP yesterday, which I hardly ever do, Earl David Reed was saying that you can make a lot of money doing fire halls. So good for Gino. Frank, this is your night. Wanting Gino and Chad on is an unwinnable battle for them. They know nothing about you. At least they tell us why you didn't love your mother, or why you're Israel first more than America first. I would say to you that Gino and Chad know more about me than many people, at least based upon the things that they've said about me. So I think it would be fun. He pissed it all away. That's all bar tab debt. Get very, very expensive doing the bar stuff. And yeah, I can't I can't argue with you there. I'll bet that Artie has no clue who Gino is if you ask him today. Look, that's for Artie, that might not be just a Gino issue. Bob Levy loves fire halls. I am getting I'm learning about the fire hall thing. And apparently you can make a lot more money in one night doing a fire hall than you can doing a weekend at most comedy clubs. So there you go. And I really do need to leave. Let's just see. Oh yeah. What about the Israel first accusation? What can I say? It's just stupid on the face of it. But I'm frankly, I think the people who don't like Israel are Delusional. Delusional. Um, but that's just me, and pick that up at another time. Um, he was used to Ant picking up the bar tab for a decade. This is a really interesting story about Gino having a Christmas party. And he was going to have a Christmas party at Sullivan's, and he was going to have a Christmas party at Sullivan's. And he made Sullivan's like reserve this area, bring in extra people, and do all this stuff. And the only person that showed up was Big A. And Leo Gunn was there, and I think Leo felt bad and took care of the wait staff. So pretty wild stuff. And oh, look at that! Leo Gunn is in the chat, and we so we know the story, and it's just you got to feel bad for the guy. So you feel bad for the guy when that happens, but then you don't feel bad for the guy when he continues to just do the same shit over and over again. So there you go. But Big A, he had Big A, so that's the deal. He loves Israel more than his own countrymen and the vets who fought for us. I expect nothing less from someone who didn't love their mother. I am a vet, so there you go. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it has any meaning at all, but there we go. And Leo Gunn seems like just yesterday. Just think about it, Leo. There were more people at Ray's birthday party than at Gino's Christmas party. So there we go. That anecdote puts a smile on my face. There are, yeah, there's a bunch of Gino fails stories that go on, or not understanding what things. And one of the problems has been partnering with him and doing stuff with him is that he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn from it. So you can't. It's like you just can't count on him. And then you're risking yourself, right, when you partner with a guy by that. Does Ray know about the fire hall? I would imagine Ray's a fire hall kind of guy. But there we go. And good night, Run. Been fun having you here. You're going to go listen to a Ron and Fez stream. Very cool. Wait a minute. And, right. That's disgusting as fuck. The man lost his eyelids from a napalm attack in Vietnam. I thought it was Grenada. So there we go. Cigarette Jones. What about selling Azerbaijan weapons to use against Armenia? Do not know about this one, but selling stuffs isn't. Oh yeah. So first sign of trouble for Gino was when his card got declined trying to pay for Dave's burger last summer. So Dave called me. Now everybody knows the story, right? So Dave called me up. He's like, "Oh, I got to tell you something." I tell you something. And then he told me. Then he swore me to secrecy, and then he told the planet. But Dave, I was like, "Oh fuck, he's in trouble." And Dave was, no. It was because he was out of state, because he was this, because he was that. It's very funny, and even Keanu told Dave to drop it, and Dave didn't want to do that. So pretty goddamn funny. All right. I think that's about it, kids. We're running out of energy and time here, so let's wrap it up. I have a hard out at 9:45. Leo Gunn, I remember. And so there you go. It is kind of funny, though. I mean, I don't know if you guys are referring to the same thing, but it is kind of funny to think that Ray outdrew Gino. considering how much Gino has said about Ray. Can you circle back, Schmuel? It was just Josh Denny was complaining earlier. I will read every word. Schmuel, can you circle back to that Armenia comment you responded to by mumbling random noises and try using words and complete thoughts this time? I don't know anything about it. That's what I said. So there we go. Drunken Donuts, thank you. Keep it up, Buckman. I will always be back. I love this show. Yes, I am your new favorite, not you, but apparently the new favorite lol cow um, of some people. And Schmuel's got a valid point. Hey, nobody was looking for Gino to come to Atlantic City, right? We all wanted Ray. And Ray is going to be back at the Super Bowl. Um, and Leo, you'll appreciate this. The weeping and gnashing of teeth over where he's staying and where he's going to park his car and all that shit is also back. So we've got another 6 or 8 weeks of listening to that. Right. And this is premium. We've entered the end of the show phase, which will last between 12 and 78 minutes. Keep them guessing. That's what they told me. Keep them guessing. So I say that with affection, AB. Dave, are you aware your channel wouldn't exist without your Armenian guardian angel, David Serafian? Missed that one. Sam, did you get to ask questions about yourself? Wait, Schmuel, what's your prediction for Sam Bibley in 2026? Continued ownership of Stealth Chaos, for sure. Lots of good clipping. And, who knows? Dave. What the hell is that guy's name? Dan is supposed to have a special show on Thursday night, All About Me, with 2 special guests. So I expect I'll see people pop in. But Sam Bibley is the shit. I like Sam a lot. And, when you hear him, you're like, fuck, he's also an intelligent speaker, too. So that's it. Sam will be great. Sam, I'd stealth if anyone's buying. Is stealth going to be? Is he back or did he quit? And I have to tell you, I did listen to Clowntown. Was it last week when Stealth was on with that Annabelle chick? And it was fucking creepy because, like, he couldn't even though she was just shitting all over him, he still could not help hitting on her. Every other, ooh, you're very beautiful. Oh, you look great when you do that. Oh, I love the way you look. It was fucking weird, man. It was weird. And I've learned living a life that simping for chicks and doing that is not necessarily the best way to attract said women. They kind of want to see. AB, tell him to stop being shy and get in the chat. Haas. But this is actually, to be perfectly honest, guys, this chat that we're doing now and me talking, streaming, is 100% for Sam Bibley because Sam likes the back and forth with the chat, and I like the back and forth with the chat. So I get to do a good thing and enjoy it, and occasionally I do special things. We went early on Saturday. I think it was Saturday for MGD because MGD doesn't like the 4 o'clock in the morning streams, which she gets over there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this out, but we'll give this shit a shot. Cooper 9 Comics. 1 Sarah's Confession, 341. 2 Brighter, 3. I have no idea. But if you guys can figure that out. I love Schmuel chat. Thank you, AB. Unban Josh Denny fan. Schmuel, can you humor us and give us 3 examples of things Israel has done? Uh, circumcision of the circumcision of the Ethiopians is one. Um, socialist government, 2, and 3. I don't really know, but I'm answering that in comparison, right? I'm talking about that in comparison to every country on the planet that's done shitty things to every other country. So um, I think that we hold them to a different standard. Um, you disrespected Darren because he wasn't clouded enough. Who the fuck is Darren? I don't know. New. Would you say your heart is in Israel? No, not at all. Not at all. I am uh, American first and foremost, but I'm not thrilled with the way we're headed. So there we go. Sam's a Fed Schmuel. It's fine. What are they gonna do to me? And you know. And Drunken Donut Chat. I think it's disgusting. You can't keep in cigars anymore. I agree. Um, so Darren from Penny and the Big Dork. Okay, I'll have to check it out. So there we go, and it's great. Chow, I'll give you something to talk about me more, because you need interesting. Um, so there we go. Shmuel can't make it on his own because his heart is in Israel. Um, whatever. Um, it seems easy to big time big door. Granny did it by accident, I think. Um, what? I don't. If you had 10 grand, you would, right? But you don't. And you dumb fuck, Frank. No, seriously. Every time I've done one of these streams where somebody wanted to get paid, and I don't pay people, there have been a couple of people where I said I would give them money, the money that they wanted, I would give it to the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, instead, and they wouldn't do it. Buckman talked about watching Darren on Penny and the Big Dork stream. Okay, if you say so. Um, I believe you. Wait, is that the guy with his wife? Is that who that is? Um, so there we go. And Drunken Donuts, if Bookman is wrong, I don't want to be right. Um, I just, my biggest thing when it comes to stuff like the Israel thing is like, I wonder what the world would look like and the Middle East would look like if they hadn't been sort of that sort of stabilizing influence over the last 50 years or so. Um, 10K would go to single mothers, even though you hated yours, they're important to me. That's good. Why don't you just give them 10K? You don't have. If I shouldn't have to. If you feel that strongly about it, I shouldn't have to do something special for you to do what you think is important. Um, when a stream reaches monetization, I initiate a DM conversation and make a deal. Dedicate a certain amount of time to free chatting, or I troll you. Um, yeah, Sam and I DM'd back and forth, and Sam's been very helpful. So uh, there we go. Panhandler has told you about Darren and Penny and the Big Dork twice live on your show. It's me. Do I? It's me. I don't remember half the shit that goes on. So there we go. But I think I whatever. I'm sorry, man. He's cool. Um, Schmuel tunes out Panhandler. Who can blame him? Ray needs to be paid. I don't know. For the amount of content that Kevin uses of Ray, he should get paid. I don't think Panhandler is allegedly floating in an opiate haze right now. I don't think so. And talk back and forth with Panhandler quite a bit, and it does not seem like a guy's opiate haze to me. All right, kids, it's been a blast. Great night. See you soon.